Hey guys, this is a video on 80's keeping pull-ups. That's a stupid name. It will make sense at the end. Let me explain you the purpose. The purpose of this drill is to teach you how to use a hip extension to help you pulling yourself up. It's a drill to help you learn how to keep. Gymnasts are awesome at keeping. That's all they do. They learn the basic shapes of the human body, global extension, global flexion, and how changing from one to the other generates power, and so they can fly. You know the implements, you know the machines, you know the apparatus. When you're learning how to keep for the gym and you're not a gymnast and you learn as a kid, it's a very hard thing to do, how to use hip extension to help yourself up the bar. So this movement helps with that. And if you remember when you were a little kid and you were doing pull-ups, if you did, what will happen to you is that you will get here and you're like, that's keeping. And so that's what we're trying to teach you in a more organized way, right? And so let me show you how this is going to work. I'll give you points of performance. You already know the purpose, and then I'll tell you where does this come from, which I think is interesting. You can stop the video after you did the points of performance, but all you're going to do is you're going to come here, hang, right, like not here, but in an active hang. Then you're going to, of course, always rotate that pelvis, and then we're going to tuck, right? So I'm here, rotate, relieve the legs, and as I extend them up, whoop, I initiate the movement by extending, and then I pull right away. Hold that hollow. As you'll see, my finishing position is a hollow body position, right? So I'm gonna be here one more time. Retract shoulder blades, tuck. That is it. Simple movement. We're just organizing the thing, right? Like, so you could do this any way you want it, but we wanted to do it that way so that it transfers to your keeping pull-ups, keeping muscle-ups, and so on. That is it. Now, if you don't want the historical reason why we call it the 80s, on any other of the geekery, you can stop here. Move on with your life. If you want to know, bear with me for a second. So, in the gym world, there used to be strict pull-ups, and then there used to be gymnasts, and gymnasts will do sophisticated things, never came into the gym and so on. And then we'll just do strict pull-ups, and that was it. Then CrossFit came, and people started trying to do pull-ups really fast. And so when you try to pull ups really fast, you start doing this, right? And so if you look at the first videos of CrossFit back in 2000s, in the 2000s to 2003, that's how people were doing that. And you know, as you learn and you bring gymnasts into the space and so on, you get more sophisticated. Now you have very beautiful keeping, very sophisticated movements. You know, imagine in 40 years where we'll be, right? Like a lot more technique, a lot more sophistication, a lot more knowledge. But that is important to know, because if you think it for a second, really understanding where things come from is gonna teach you in your journey, right? So that essential movement of trying to throw yourself up like a kid is the essence of keeping, right? So just here, whoop. When you do it there, when you're keeping your legs extended and so on in a regular keep, you're doing the same thing. You're just being more sophisticated, more smarter. You're applying science there. We keep the legs long because that way we generate more tension. Then the hip extension has to be minimal. There's gonna be more transfer. It's just gonna be more efficient, right? But the essence of the thing is the same. So in this drill, we're teaching you that essence, so that then you can be more sophisticated and do the journey that we have done as a, you know, like as a group of people on your own. Anyhow, that's a little historical note there. I like them. I like to know where things come from. That is it. Try it, let me know how it goes.